Hey, hey, hey. All right, all right, all right. Can y'all hear me now? That was. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna check the chat. There we go. All right. I assume that means yes. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, that last song was "Naked" by Erica Gitron. I produced that one uh, almost 2 years, I think, ago. So that one was really fun to do. Okay, I think I'm good now. If you guys can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the reviews. And if you want to submit, again, just go to nero.fan/kofiajmusic/live and submit your song, and I'll check it out when it shows up in the queue. Or you can super skip. You can skip the line with $10 or super skip for $20, and I'll review it right now. So, let me just double check. We open the chat. I want to be sure I can see you guys. What up, Bolton? And then where's my YouTube chat? All right, there we go. All right, first song today is the Mark Stinger Band, Wang Dang Doodle. Mark Stinger says, I've opened for B.B. King and Buddy Guy, to name a few of some of the blues greats we've been lucky enough to share the stage with. This is our little tribute to the bluesmen. I hope you enjoy it. Great. That sounds dope. Let's hear it. It's just a preview, or is it out? Let's see. There we go. right, that was Wang Dang Doodle by the Mark Stinger Band. So, Mark, or the Mark Stinger Band, I'm not sure if it's just you or not, but I think that was solid work. Clearly, you got talent. You know how to sing. You know how to perform. It's just I know it's you're saying that it's a blues band and this and that. It was cool, but I think most people crave something that they haven't heard before. They crave like some uniqueness. Your voice is kind of unique, so I think that would be cool to really find an engineer that can capture that. Um, but it's just for me, it's just kind of stereotypical. It's like it's exactly what I expected, and I kind of want to be wowed. I want to be impressed. I want to be shocked. So even though it's blues, I think there's a way that we can do blues in 2026 and still keep it authentic, still keep it organic, but not be super, not so copycatish. So it's a little bit more unique. All right, so for songwriting, I tried to listen to the words a few times. I think it was just basically about partying, Wang Dang Doodle. I think that's what that really means, but it was just wasn't extremely clear for me. Production, it was all live instruments, so I thought that was cool. So the production was dope. The musicality is there. I definitely can hear some musicianship. Engineering, I thought was lacking. It could have been a lot more clear. The drums could have been bigger. Just the sound in general could just be a little bit more professional. It's not bad. Like it's good enough for most people, but there's another level to it. A few more levels to it. And then performance, I thought your performance was pretty solid. But again, I think there's ways that we can capture your vocals to be even more impactful. And the emotional impact, I kind of knew what the song was after about 15 seconds. So I think that's going to kill the emotional impact for me. I like songs that go somewhere, develop, build up, drop down, have some shocking moments. And that's just more entertaining for me. So that's just my take on it. And we're going to move on to the next. Actually, let's go ahead and get a total score. Been meaning to do that for a while. So total score for this one would be 31. 31 out of 50. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Next one is Lucy Montana featuring TBG Slime. Lucci? I think maybe Lucci Montana. I'm not sure. Anyway, the song's called Active.
This may sound crazy, but I've always wanted to start a film.
Promise I can make you famous. For the camera, recorder on camera. I got the keys to your G, baby. 12 play. Now let me spank you on that ass. 50 shades of gray. Baby, they come and suck this dick on camera. Y'all call them cougars, slime call them panthers. I met her last night, her name's Samantha. She said I left for shit and what a panther. You can't be scared with the slime, baby. Tell me, would you suck dick on camera? Say her friend wanna join in. Got them both pop a top shit. They Siamese twins. She going deep, 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 so deep. I think I took a
right, that was Active by Lucy Montana. So I mean, definitely a demographic for this. It's not me necessarily, but there's a lot I did enjoy about the song, but there's a lot that I'm like, yeah, this just turned off for me. But I'm in my 40s, I'm early 40s, like I'm not necessarily the demographic. I totally understand why like people make this music or whatever. I get it, you know what I mean? But I just feel like content wise is a bit jarring in some moments. But I think the song in general is actually not bad. I can totally hear it being on a major label situation. So let me just go through the scorecard. Songwriting wise, I understood what the song was about, and I did think the chorus was relatively catchy. I didn't think it was like a hit chorus, but I did think it was a solid chorus. Like, you made a good song and people are gonna remember it. Let's get active. Let's get active. Like, it's easy to remember. So songwriting, I'm not gonna give it a bad score. I think maybe 7. There was definitely some memorable lines, some lines that stood out. They made me laugh. So I mean, there was an emotional impact on that with some of the lyrics. So I'm gonna give maybe a 7 on that. Performance, I think the delivery between the two of you guys is actually really good. I think it could work. So keep up the good work with the performance wise. I just would work on the content, what you're saying, and maybe work on the hook a bit. The hook could be a little stronger. This one I think is solid, but maybe another song, like, you make the hook better. Engineering was okay. The beat was dominating the vocals a bit, but I could still relatively make out everything, and the beat hit really well. So production wise, I thought the beat was probably the best part of the song for me, but it just didn't go anywhere. It was just like kind of loopy. If it like went into a filter and it came out of the filter, or you had a bunch of hits or drops, and some turnaround moments and some transition moments, it could have really taken the production to a 10. But right now, I think it's like I'm gonna give it a 7. Because it's not very unique either, but it was really done well. Like, you could definitely tell that whoever made the beat knows how to make beats. So that is Lucy Montana. Again, if you want to get your song into the queue, so far Lucy Montana has the best score today with a 37. If you think your song's better than that, submit it in the chat, or submit it on Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live. I pinned the link in the chat as well. Okay, so we got the next one is Me and You. It's called Me and You by YFK. All right, that's YKF, Me and You. Um, so I know you said it was unfinished, so I'm not gonna really harshly judge the song that much. I like. So first, I'm gonna start off with what I like. So I do like the fact that you took risks. So I'm cool with the taking the risk, especially with the beat and everything. Like melodically, I don't know if you took any risks, but beat wise, you definitely took some risk, and I thought that was really cool. But sometimes taking risks doesn't really lead to anything great, and so it's really hard to make unique things sound good and be good. And so that's like the sweet spot that takes people out of here. So if you could find something, make something that's unique, but it's dope and everybody is loving it, then like you got something good. It's hard. A lot of people can make unique stuff that just doesn't land and people don't like it doesn't hit. And then you can make cookie cutter stuff that's it checks all the boxes, but it just you don't feel anything. So it's like you have to find that sweet spot. And I'd rather start from the creative side and then refine that. So you're on your way. I'm not mad about it. This song needs a lot of work though. Songwriting wise, I wouldn't. I mean, I tried to listen, but I just got so bored of the lyrics. So the lyrics have to be captivating for me to really care about them and to really. I don't like to struggle to listen to find out what the person's gonna say, so or what the person's talking about. I like to be able to check in for 8 bars, listening intently to the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know where this is going, especially in the hook. The hook should summarize it for me. So I didn't really hear a strong hook here. I didn't hear a lot of good song structure. There's a lot to be done differently with this. I'm going to put a 4 with the songwriting. Production, I like the ideas. The execution, not so much. The piano doesn't really match what was going on here. There's a way to make it work, I feel like, but it's just not working yet. I think maybe it's the chords with the melody you're doing and just something just doesn't sound right. So I'm going to give a 5 for the production because it was nice to take risk. And I like the ideas. The groove were interesting, the drums, but the chords and the stuff weren't landing well. Engineering, you said it's not done, and I can kind of tell, so I'm going to give that a 4. Performance, I think you have a voice. You have a good voice for this type of music, so use it. You just got to say more things that are going to stand out, and somebody's going to hear it and be like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? You want people to be wowed, especially in the beginning of verses or the beginning of hooks or the tagline of hooks. You want to impress. You want to say something that's worth it, that's noteworthy. And that wasn't there for me. So I'm going to give the performance a 6. Emotional impact, I'm going to give a 3. It's just I like the fact that you took a risk, but to me it didn't land. So that one, I'm just going to give it a 22 for today. Again, if you want to submit your song, go ahead and submit. It's open right now. There's only 6 songs left in the queue. It's probably all I'm going to get to today, but submit it and I'll take care of it next week for sure. All right, so the next song is Ken Rod and Ambere. The song is called Lighthouse.
Now listen to me, 'cause I got that feeling that you wanna get. I got that feeling that you wanna live. Just live. Don't you just want all the joy you can get? Sunshine, cruising. No more sorrow, no more confusion. That's right, cruising. Get your hands up in the air and lift him. Let your light shine bright. Can't you see that I care about you? Get you through the night.
When the shadows start to fall and you can't hear us call, I'll be shining just for you to pull you through. I can be a lighthouse, I can when the lights out, I can show you life
right, that's Lighthouse by Kenrod and Amber Ray. Um, solid, very solid song. Songwriting was the weakest part for me. I think I don't know, Lighthouse thing didn't really do anything for me. I think it was cool. It's great for the club. I mean, lights, anything with lights in the club, that's gonna be cool. But I personally, I could see it being played in a club situation, but being like topping the charts kind of thing, not so much, because I just think the something is missing. The hit factor is missing. Like it's got. This is a good example of we've all heard these type of songs before. We've all heard a song like this, but and it's done well. Like they checked all the boxes. You got a cohesive concept. You got verses. You got choruses. You got song structure. You got everything. The production engineering was good, but just didn't land. Like I feel like, and sometimes that happens with when the concept just isn't strong enough to me. So I usually start with when I'm writing songs, I start with the concept first, because if I don't know what I want to talk about, it's difficult for me to write. Some people can write just words and it sounds cool together, but you need to bring it home no matter what. They did bring it home somewhat, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's room for improvement there. Maybe it was too lyrical. Maybe it just need to be less lyrical and just get to the point. Less metaphors and similes and stuff. Just straight up get to it. So I'm going to give that a 6 for songwriting. Production, I'm going to give an 8. Very good production. I feel like we can take more risks, again, production-wise, to do some cooler stuff. There's nothing that stood out to me that was like, oh, yeah, that was super dope. I'm glad they did that. Engineering, I thought, was one of the best things in this. It was really mixed pretty well. I wouldn't say perfect. There's some things I would do differently, but hey, tomato. Everybody's got their own taste. So I'm going to give that a 9. Performance is really good. You guys definitely have voices that people wanted to use, like people would love to hear. The delivery was great. I wouldn't say, oh, you need to re-record that. Like, you did a good job. An emotional impact, for me, it's just we've heard it a lot. I was more analyzing than jamming, and I want to be jamming while I analyze. And so for me, I'm going to give that a 7. There was one more thing I was going to say about this. I can't remember. But anyway, this was, I think, the most complete, solid song I've heard today. So hopefully that reflects in the total score, and it does. So it's 39, a little bit better than the active song. So again, we can make songs that sound just like what you've heard before, but if you're gonna do that, you have to like exceed expectations. I feel like this one's meeting expectations, which is cool, but it's like there's another level. I feel like you can get to another level just with a stronger concept. I think these same individuals could probably make a better song just with a better concept. So the talent's there. It's just for me not quite there. When it comes to hit making or something that I want to put on repeat. All right, so the next song we have is Simon Shojai, Purple. The song's called Purple. I'm a former D Block artist. I sang the hook on Locks featuring SI Get That Paper. Oh, that's dope. This is my new single on Apple. Okay, dope. Let's check it out.
Now I see the grass is greener on the other side. Feeling purple, feeling purple. Door is open, got a space for you and me to lie. Feeling purple, feeling purple. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. But I keep it inside, 'cause I want you. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. You keep me around you, you got it, yeah. Girl, try to run a mile in my shoes, yeah. I try to run away, but you're perfect. Oh, yeah. Feeling like honesty's overdue.
ashamed of all my pain. But if it's cool, I'd rather start over again. Ooh, hard drive full of thoughts of you, I'm in too deep. Oh, I wanted you to know. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. But I keep it inside, cause I want you. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. You keep me around you, you got it, yeah. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. But I keep it inside, cause I want you. Ooh, the show goes on, but I can't control my urges. You keep me around you, you got it, yeah.
All right, that's Simon Shojai with Purple. I thought that was really dope. I like the way it came in. It came in really strong with the vocals and the engineering. I think the performance on that was really good. Really, really good, solid performance. I'm gonna give that an 8. I really don't have too many notes other than I think that the vocals are a little too loud. I like how they stand out, but maybe it's standing out just a little too much. So that's just a mixing engineering thing. That's a taste thing. So that was solid too. I'm gonna give that an 8, possibly a 9. Let's give it a 9. It was really good. Just that's my only critique is it was too loud. The vocals were too loud, and maybe could have taken more risk with reverb and stuff and panning to make it just more fun. But not the end of the world if you don't. Production I thought was really good. I don't have any issues really with that. Actually, I give it a 10. I really don't have any issues with the production. Songwriting, except for maybe again special transition moments, like dropping the beat for a second and then maybe coming back in on beat 4 or something like that could have been dope. Songwriting, I was into it in the beginning and then I just got lost. So I'm not sure if it was just me thinking about other things or if it's just the writing. So, but either way, you want your writing, especially in genres like this, you want your writing to be clear. Even if it's going to be clever, like Purple, you're making me feel purple or whatever. You're going to have to explain what that means without explaining it. You don't have to say, this is what it means or whatever, but you have to say, like, there's spots in the song where you're going to have to really clarify that for the casual listener, or, you know what I mean? Songwriter, yeah, so I'm going to give that a 6 or 7. I'd probably take multiple listens to really understand it, but most people don't get multiple listens. And if you're in a major label situation, if you're pitching songs or playing songs for executives, you literally have about 15 seconds before they don't care anymore. I've been in those situations and it's like, it's really quick. They decided something's a hit super fast. Emotional impact, I liked it. There's something I would listen to again, but again, I want to not struggle to understand what this is about, but it felt great. So I'm going to give actually that a 9. That was the best one, I think, to me, that I would put on my playlist or listen to it on repeat. All right, so that brings that to a total score of a 42 out of 50. Not bad, not bad. Good job, Simon. That is the best one of today, actually. Okay, so we have the next one is Don Lasik, Yo-Yo Man featuring Swagger. Oh yeah, and if you want your song in this queue, if you want me to review it, it'll probably have to be next week. I have about 14 minutes left here, but submit it to nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live, and I'll review it next week for sure. All right, so let's play this.
Loving you is a drive. Loving you is a drive. You can't put me back.
Shojai in the chat, what's up? I just played your song. It was great.
cause I'm not ready. But I've been feeling so fly like a Betty. I hope you ready, I hope you netty. My skin is pale and I'm feeling like Betty. I'm about to kill it, I'm feeling like Melly. I don't want no peace, I don't want no Kelly. I take off my jacket, I'm feeling like Nelly. I take off my jacket, I'm feeling like. Baby, I feel it, hope you feel it too. Baby, I kill it, hope you kill it too. Your body got me playing peekaboo. And you got it done, I call you Pikachu. Baby, I'm taking you home, I ain't blind. Baby, for me, you better than plan. I was so fly, I thought I'd never land. Now I don't got the future in my hand.
Fresh out of heartbreak, I'm back. 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 I'm telling you this time I won't lie. I'm telling you this time I won't lie. Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, yo, yo.
Fresh out the shower, you know I've been looking good like I get paid by the hour. Second, I'm ready to
Official
mingle and I
Zell,
feel a
what's
tickle,
going
it's
on?
like, babe,
Official
got the
Zell.
power. I'm back on my business, I'm keeping it real. Don't give a what how the next one feels. Sick in the head, but I
Mizani,
take no pills,
Mizani,
and
what's
I'm
up?
about to give my shorty that grip. I know we've been down and out yet, but we gon' get right back up. And I'm like a yo, yo.
I was gonna say the same thing. Second half is way better.
Gotta let you know I can't let go. I came for your soul. Whenever you miss me, you can go and play all my songs.
Fresh out of heartbreak, I'm back. 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 I'm telling you this time I won't lie. I'm telling you this time I won't lie. Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, 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 yo. I'm like a yo, yo, yo.
All right, that was Yo Yo Man by Don Lasik. Don Lasik, good job. This is one of those situations I was gonna say. I was like, okay, this is where we go super far left or right, whatever way you want to say it. But like super creative, but not landing. But then it started landing towards the end. I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't bad at all. So I think that intro part was cool as a cool idea, but it just it's not there yet. Maybe it needs to be worked on a little bit more. The intro, I wouldn't abandon it completely. Well, it's already out, but if it wasn't out, I would be like, don't put so much reverb on it. Let's understand what you're saying a little bit. I like you're trying to do that like Frank Ocean distance reverb type of thing, and that's cool. But it was too long, or it just wasn't good enough to be that long. So I think work on that section a bit more, or just take it out completely. And that kind of drove the score down for me. So production, I thought the beat on the second half was great. I wouldn't have really changed much of anything. The first half, I just no. So I'm just gonna judge it off the second half because the first half didn't have much of a beat anyway. I'll give it an 8. Songwriting, I'll give you a 6. I still don't know what a Yo-Yo Man is, but it's all good. That could be just me. Engineering, I thought the second half was really good, but the first half, again, I couldn't hear what you were saying and with all that reverb. So second half was really good in engineering. I'm going to give it a 9. I'll give it an 8. Wasn't as good as the last one. Okay, performance. I think you have talent, definitely. Whoever was on the song vocally definitely has good performance talent. That you match the right energy. You definitely can do this. Just, I would say, I wouldn't say try to conform more to be more commercial. I would just stick to what you're doing and just refine it, make it more palatable. Just make it taste better. That's it. Emotional impact, I was interested, so I'm gonna give that a nice 8. For a total score on this one, for 38, not bad. Good job, Don Lasik. Like I said, I think it would have been higher if that first part wasn't not good. Honestly, it wasn't great, but I mean, it wasn't bad, but just it could have been a lot better. Okay, and then the next song we have. Before I get to the next song, how do you submit? I think I pinned it in the chat. It's Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live. I'll just go ahead and write it again real quick. But yeah, submit the song. I'll probably get to it next week. If you want to do a super skip, you can get to it this week. So, yeah, I totally agree with Official Zelda. The second half of that song was so much better. All right, the next song we have is Tony Love. It's called Ghetto Love. Here we go.
You already know what it is. Back with another hit. Tony Love, no skip.
I never knew true love felt like this. I never knew I'll get that one special kiss. You took my heart and now you got the key. No one can compare what you do to me, 'cause you were mine. Get love. You are my get Everything we got, we pray for. I do believe in true love. That's what we made for. They say I'm crazy for loving you, but I don't care. Everything we got, we pray for. I do believe in true love. That's what we made for. They say I'm crazy for loving you, but I don't care, 'cause you are mine. Get love. You are my get love.
Hey, let's break it down one time.
Everything we got, we pray for. I do believe in true love. That's what we made for. They say I'm crazy for loving you, but I don't care.
Say it one more time.
Everything we got, we pray for. I do believe in true love. That's what we made for. They say I'm crazy for loving you, but I don't care.
All right, no bad songs today. No bad songs, which is great. So this one I think is a little too generic for me. That's the overall feeling of it. It's like it's not bad. Like the delivery, you have a voice. The song was written well. It just sounds what's the word? I'm trying to think. Average. I was trying to think of a better word than average, but that's what it sounds like. It's like just average all around. And I think there's ways. It's not bad. It's just ways to enhance the song tremendously. Like I would do a lot of stuff with the beat. I would add more layers to the beat. I'd definitely add more special moments in the track. It's good. It has a solid foundation. But same thing with the songwriting. Solid foundation. You're saying what you need to say, but nothing jumps out. Nothing special. So that's just the only thing about it. Maybe you're playing it too safe, or maybe you just don't have enough reps yet to get to that level where we're like, oh, this could be a smash, or this is a hit, like, or this has potential X, Y, and Z. I think potential on this actually is there. It's just it needs to be upgraded on a lot of levels. So engineering, I feel like, let's start with songwriting. Songwriting, I already said, was kind of like, it's just basics. It's like the definition of a 5. The melodies, everything was very expected and normal. That's the problem. I could totally hear this being like a R. Kelly type of record where it's simple, but the reason why his songs worked is because he was saying stuff that was provocative or interesting or whatever. So it's like he made himself the focal point, and the beat was literally just a support. and then he would do things in the writing that made the beat do other things. Like if you need to add some strings for 2 seconds, dun, 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 or something like that, or whatever it is going to be. He would add stuff like that to make it more interesting. But production, same thing, is very similar to the songwriting. I think there's a lot of enhancements that can be made on production, and that would literally change a lot. Engineering was good. You could tell the person who engineered it knows what they're doing, but needs to take more risks, needs to use more reverb, needs to add more depth to it. Performance was good. Didn't blow me away, though. I'm going to give that a 7. And emotional impact, I'm an R&B guy, so I was grooving. I danced a little bit, so it did impact me a little bit, but I just like R&B music, so it's just is what it is. All right, so that one got a score of 31. Tony Love, Ghetto Love. All right, I think this is going to be my final one because I have to go to an appointment in a little bit. But yeah, if you want to submit for next time, Nero.fan/KofiAJmusic/live, or if you want to jump the line, just hit the $10 to skip the line, $20 for a super skip, and we'll get to the last one. Here we go. It's Aileen O'Neal, I Know.
I know, aprendo nos caminhos onde vou. Vai ver que eu não sei ao certo o que é o ser, o que sou. Oh yeah. Pois veja, seja você mesma, seja assim. Sentir o que é viver, quem sou e sempre vou. Sou alguém que seja lá onde estiver, vai ver você e vai ser
Yes, thanks God it's Friday.
Vai ser você e eu.
I think this is Portuguese. So that was Aileen O'Neal with I Know. So Aileen, I think she DM'd me because I think I spoke with her through DMs. But I mean, it's a solid song. It's a pretty song. Definitely know how to write a song. I can't understand the Portuguese, so it's kind of hard for me to judge the songwriting. But I can just judge it off melodies, and off melodies, I had no problems. But it's just another case of play it safe and cool. Make the music that you've heard before, and that's cool for a certain level. And then after a while, you have to get to the point where you're just willing to take creative risk and you're willing to make something completely your own, which is really just stripping away any of the self-doubt, any things you've learned. Stop using your brain so much and use more of your heart, because you will do things from a brain's perspective, because you've done it so many times, like you've written songs or resung so many times, that you'll do things that make sense. You know what I mean? It's not just going to be all just fluff, whatever. But then after a while, you just have to lean into what feels good, what feels right, and then just try it. And I think if everybody did that, music would be a lot more unique. And I think that's what's missing here is uniqueness. But songwriting, I thought it was pretty solid, pretty good. Let's give it a 7. Production, I really didn't have any issues with the production that much. I think maybe it was. I know there were some live instruments, but I'm not sure if the drums were really live or not, and that was kind of hard to tell. But it was okay. Again, very safe. Engineering, I thought could be a lot better. We can mix and master this way better. So I'm gonna give it a 5, especially the vocals. I don't know how it was recorded. Hopefully it was recorded well, but yeah, it's lacking in the engineering department. Performance, you could tell you have a voice, you can sing. I'm gonna give that a 8. It's very calming and soothing vocals. And emotional impact, I'm gonna give it about a 7. Very solid. All right, so that's the total for her today is 34, Aileen O'Neal. All right, and out of the songs I reviewed today, the top score was Simon Shoje with Purple. Like I said, just make that Purple hit more. Like, I want to understand what that is in one listen. And that was the only thing missing for that song for me. But yeah, that's it for today. I have to run, have an appointment in a little bit, but thank you for tuning in. Again, if you want to submit, I'll be on here next week at 1 p.m. PST. Just submit at nero.fan/KofiaJmusic/live and get your submission in. I want to hear some hits. I want to hear some bops. Today was solid. Nothing super stand out, but it was a solid day. I want to hear stuff that's like blows me away that I can add to my playlist, no doubt. I'm probably going to add Simon's song onto my playlist. And if it blows me away, it's getting on this playlist right here, Kofia J Live Music Playlist Review. I'm going to put it on here. And yeah, and also if you're trying to do some music, if you like Aileen, you need mixing and mastering to get you up to the next level, hit me up. If you need production, beats, or just advice, just send me a DM. I got a link tree and my profile, and it's got everything, all the information you need. If you're an engineer or producer and you want to learn how I make tracks and songs, there's tutorials on there as well. But I'm building a community here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I don't have a ton of people right now, which is great. It's a great time to get in. It's a great time while everything's still like 10 submissions a week kind of thing. You can get your songs reviewed over and over and over again. All right, so just check in, tap in with me next week, same time, 1 p.m. PST on Instagram and YouTube live. And that's it for today. Thanks for checking me out. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.